Since the release of the video demonstrating the replacement of the original external screen for the iPhone 14 Pro Max, it has been favored by everyone. As I looked at the owner of this iPhone 14 Pro, 6 prominent words caught my attention. He placed the original external screen. They urgently expressed his need. He was concerned that people wouldn't be able to see clearly. The shaded screen perfectly aligned with the center of the dynamic island. First, I checked the functionality. The cracked glass obstructed the infrared light for facial recognition, preventing my handsome face from being recognized. The owner initially thought that the Face ID feature was damaged. Understood my explanation. It was precisely because of the shattered screen blocking the infrared light that the Face ID could be activated, but couldn't capture facial data. However, the broken screen fulfilled its final mission by protecting the internal display from harm. The touch function remained smooth, and the ambient light adjusted with different brightness levels. The True Tone functionality was also functioning normally. Next, please leave it to us. The original external screen, the original craftsmanship, witnessing its repair together. We removed the screws at the bottom carefully and inserted a blade with caution. We applied alcohol around the screen to soften the adhesive and easily remove the screen. We placed it on a repair stand and secured it with a suction cap. We protected the front-facing Face ID components with stickers. Then, we unscrewed the motherboard's pressure plate and removed the protective plate. Due to severe damage on the dynamic island, we applied a small amount of UV glue and affixed a tempered glass protector, which we then cured firmly under a UV lamp. This prevented the broken glass from scattering during separation, avoiding secondary damage to the screen. We removed the protective cover of the ambient light sensor cable and placed the screen on a heating platform. We applied alcohol to soften the adhesive on the back, making it easy to remove the entire ambient light sensor cable. Don't underestimate it. It's a crucial component responsible for the screen's True Tone functionality and automatic brightness adjustment. Using a fine wire, we separated the internal and external screens, performing meticulous actions that appeared effortless but were refined through years of trial and error. The technique and experience were indispensable, as a misstep could require replacing the entire screen. As you can see, it was the shattered infrared glass for Face ID that caused the infrared light to be partially blocked, rendering the Face ID feature unusable. So, have you learned something? We used a thin plastic wedge and alcohol to gradually separate the screen from the frame. Then, using a sticky roller, we roughly cleaned the remaining adhesive residue on the internal display. We quickly reattached the separated internal screen to the motherboard for testing. Once we confirmed that the display and touch were functioning properly, I finally breathed a sigh of relief. We then proceeded with a thorough cleaning. Accompanied by a dazzling light, the original external screen made its shining entrance. Its smooth and glossy electroplated surface, water-repellent oleophobic coating, uniform light transmission, and durable ceramic crystal glass that resists scratches and drops surpass any non-original screen. The original screen does not come with pre-installed OCA. The double-sided adhesive tape. We applied a layer of OCA and placed it in a bubble removal machine. After removing the protective film from the OCA, we aligned the internal and external screens and placed them in a laminating machine for adhesion. We then used the bubble removal machine to eliminate any remaining bubbles. During the lengthy bubble removal process, we carefully removed the adhesive residue from the original bracket. Once complete, we placed the bracket in a dispensing machine, covered it with a compression plate, and observed the light green color resulting from mixing the original AB adhesive, which works best at a working temperature of -5°C. The machine ensured precise dispensing, eliminating any concerns about insufficient or excess adhesive. The adhesive oozes out evenly, neither too much nor too little, eliminating any concerns about insufficient or excess adhesive. The original AB adhesive solidifies quickly, so after applying the adhesive, we immediately placed the screen into the bracket. And pressed it for 2 minutes with a hot pressing tool to ensure a tight bond. After removing the screen from the pressure machine, we used a blade to clean any excess adhesive around the screen's edges, followed by a thorough wipe. We reinstalled the ambient light sensor cable, cleaned the remaining waterproof adhesive from the surrounding area. Replaced it with a new original waterproof adhesive, and attached the screen to the motherboard. We secured the ribbon cable, installed the pressure plate, and closed the screen. We replaced the screws at the bottom and powered on the device for testing. The display and touch were flawless. And the ambient light sensor function was restored. The facial recognition feature has also been restored to normal. the dynamic island regained its former glory. Regional craftsmanship, regional material, regional external screen. Integrated repair with regional components. From the fully formed water droplets, you can see that regional screens are indeed available on the market.